Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. The last chance qualifier is just a few days away, and FNS has been giving his thoughts on the preparation that Sentinels and 100 Thieves will be doing for their massive matchup. Ye, though, is looking at this matchup and thinking, alright, hang on a second here. There is a good chance that whoever loses this series will be making changes, and Ye could potentially swoop in to replace those respective players. Very much intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Plenty to get into. First of all, wanted to mention all the additional features that exist in the Chinese launcher for the game that don't really exist around the world. There's additional player stats that you don't necessarily get, but also strategy guides, a Discord-esque built-in chat, live tournament watcher from the launcher itself, and then the recording tool, like the replay watching tool that we don't have elsewhere in the world. Now, I don't know if they're going to bring this stuff or any of these things to the other regions. They've got a separate development team there that's been working hard on this, which is great to see, but you'd think that especially things like the replay tool, right, should be finding its way to other regions at some point in the future. So pretty interesting stuff, but that's what's going on there. Also, they wanted to mention the Guard. So we saw they won the Ascension playoffs in the Americas just yesterday. Congratulations to the entire organization and team involved in doing so. But you guys will well remember, just a few months ago, back in February, the big rumor was the Guard are shutting down, no more, and they basically just fired everyone. All their social media staff were gone. It seemed like the entire organization was going to be deleted off the face of the planet, and Cronky, who owns the entire thing, had decided, you know what, esports isn't working, we're going to get out of here. Los Angeles Guerrillas, who'd be double R's, I'm pretty sure there, but whatever, their Call of Duty team, they were looking for buyers, same with Los Angeles Gladiators. But especially with the Guerrillas over the last few months, the discussion has been that, well, they're probably going to stay around at least one more year. They might be offering less salaries than they did previously, but they might still be operating. They've kind of got like a skeleton crew, it feels like right now, these organizations, where they just have as few players and individuals as they can. Just, you know, one coach, the players, one social media guy to try and cover everything, and that seems to be the operation that they're running right now. But over the last couple of months, the Guard still existed, right? We thought the Guard might just disappear, but no, they still existed. They still paid their players. So it's a little bit unclear exactly what the future is there for the Guard, because now they've qualified for franchising. What does this mean for next season? Do the Guards still exist? And if they have earned their spot, as they have and made the spot, will they get bought out by another team? Is that even allowed to happen? Because there was some discussion here the other week from Riot Jaker, who was discussing this in the Asia Pacific region, but just, you know, the idea in general that there is some checklists, let's say, for the teams that qualify. It's not the same as having to go through the full application process, as many of the organizations that qualified did initially, and probably the reason why the Guards were rejected was because, you know, the financials maybe didn't check out so much at the time, and that's obviously proved to be the case. But they've still qualified, so they will be there next season in the Partnership League. That's how the rules work. But, you know, what would Riot say about this, right? If the Guards are a little bit sketchy, or if the Guard want to sell, but maybe, you know, let's say G2 came in and said, all right, we'll buy your spot, the Guards. Do Riot happy with that, right? Is that reasonable? So, and what would that mean for G2? Let's just, you know, hypothetically. So I'm not exactly sure what this means, but I think it's an interesting question that when you've got this ascension in play, there are organizations that were effectively rejected from franchising that are now going to be qualifying for franchising, and some of them might be in a financial position whereby they might not exist in another 12 months, which is where Riot would then, I imagine, be heavily vetting any buyout procedures. Like if, you know, GenG didn't get in the first time around either due to, you know, the whole Carlos drama that happened at the time, but they were going to get in. So I do imagine that Riot wouldn't be, you know, they would probably accept that circumstance if it was absolutely necessary, but everything would have to go through Riot's approval here. So I think there's some big questions to be raised on that over the coming months, but the Guard have earned their spot. Whether they still exist as an org in a year or so, or even in a few months, we don't really know. And the theory was that, okay, they're going to stay around for now, but at the end of the season, then the Guard will disappear and Cronky will completely get out of esports because it hasn't produced the returns that they were expecting. Quickly on Oxygen as well, because plenty of teams in Tier 2, they're calling it a day, obviously, for good reasons, I think, from their perspective. Unfortunately, the way things have worked out isn't conducive to these organizations maintaining, paying their players. But Oxygen say, thanks for the memories. So So, nothing yet on this, but it could well be another announcement brewing there. Quickly on the EMEA Ascension, the only region we don't yet have our team that's going to be going up to the franchise league. That will be determined over the coming days. The 16th is when the grand final is. One of these 4 teams will be making it. So quick update on that one. But also the Chinese qualifier. This is not for next season's franchise league. This is for the World Championship in LA relatively shortly. And last night, Tai Lu 2-1 over Attacking Soul Esports, and Trace Esports go down 2-1 to FunPlus Phoenix. So this is the big game now. Bilibili Gaming, Edward Gaming, they've qualified for champions. This is the other matchup, roughly 3 days away. Tai Lu versus FPX. These are the 2 teams in question, and one of these teams wins. I mean, look at this name. Sorry, my bad. This is just prime Chinese Valorant name territory. I think it's pretty funny. But that is a big matchup coming soon. There's also this we saw from Disguise yesterday, returning to Valorant in some form with a brand new Game Changers roster. There's been quite some confidence about Unstable being a good player. Difficult to say because the Game Changer scene is very much top heavy, right? Like version 1 and stuff like this. Their teams are very good compared to a lot of the other ones. But we'll see how they get on. Should be a good team on paper. Cool to see that DSG are back in some form or another. And speaking of DSG, one of their former players in Yay is licking his lips at the possibility of this matchup. A few days away now, like it's 17th my time, but 16th technically, Sentinels 100 Thieves. This is the big game that everyone's looking forward to here on the last chance qualifier. One of these teams goes home immediately, and honestly, FNS I think has been doing a better job in promoting this than Riot have themselves. This is like such a big game, so many big storylines, and as FNS has made very clear, the loser of this will make roster changes. There is an absolute guarantee, I would say, on that one. FNS is trying to make sure he can watch party it. I have an extra kidney, I don't mind donating for the privilege. Thanks for reading, he says. So he's hoping that he can get away with that one. But I wanted to share here. So FNS, man, this guy's actually hilarious. He was talking about how Derek, right? He was talking to Marved and saying, oh, Derek's prepping pretty hard for you guys and he reckons you're going to be an easy hard counter. But also Ye was discussing this matchup and saying, look, he wants to return to competitive. He also said in another clip that it really doesn't matter where he plays. He's like, look, just get me back, Europe, like Asia, like it doesn't matter. He just wants to play tier 1 Valorant again. And it's cool to see that Ye's back on stream and feeling better, it seems, because, after the DSG thing, he was clearly not in a good spot. And it's good to see him back in some form or another. And he's obviously still got the talent there. The DSG thing didn't work for multiple reasons, but can he still be a good tier 1 player? Absolutely, as far as I'm concerned. What organization would that be on, though? That's where he has some thoughts.
Derek told me yesterday he was VOD you guys' games.
Hey, just play.
He's VOD reviewing.
I can't believe this shit, just play.
He feels like you guys are just predictable, he said.
Hey guys.
Yeah, dude.
Derek said that, not me. Don't put words in my mouth.
Who am I agiling
Just
against?
Scotty.
Who's there,
You
Agile?
versus Stellar.
Stellar. Chat, who do
I
you
was
think's
walking down
the
50
underdog?
and then
And
this
Asuna
guy
said
approached
word
me,
for
so
word, Asuna said
what the fuck do you want
that
from me?
he has a hard
I was like-
time believing that he could lose to you.
What do you mean?
Like he can't even he can't fathom.
What happened in Germany?
Oh wow.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck me.
Why are people saying
Jesus
Sentinels are definitely the
Christ.
underdogs?
Jesus Christ, what happened in
Sentinels are the
Germany?
underdog.
I'm sending him that message. What happened in Germany?
Yeah. It's you not,
Fuck,
bro.
man, they're not. Fuck, man, they're all pissed.
Chat, you do know John's hoping I lose. Fucking bitch.
Fair to see me drop
Not at
6
all.
kills.
Not at all, Jimmy. I want you to win.
I will be the biggest Marv fangirl at this tournament. Especially for this first match. Bro, I'm trying to watch you in real life. You realize I haven't even watched LeBron in real life yet.
Do you want to play in America again as a pro, or is Pacific EMEA also an option? Honestly, bro, I'll just play anything at this point. I just don't care. I just want to play. No, boys, I'm not a part of DSG anymore. I'm not.
Thought that was a kill for sure. Hit him 3 times.
What's the next move? Honestly, I don't know yet. It kind of depends after this break coming up. Like once Champs is
You drop one?
completed in LCQ, that's when. Who do you got victorious on the big, huge, massive day for Valorant July 16th between Sentinels and 100 Thieves? Honestly, me, because whoever loses, their job is on the line. And by on the line, I mean someone's getting fired, and that opens up a potential opportunity for your boy. Not that I would. Toxic, yay! Guys, no, boys, that's not being toxic. Guys, that's not being toxic. That's not being toxic. It is a well-known fact, guys. Whoever loses this LCQ match, guys, someone their jobs are on the line. There's a lot of people getting replaced. Come on, boys. Like either way, someone's losing their job.
So he's looking at this 100 Thieves versus Sentinels game, licking his lips a bit, because he knows that that team, whoever loses there, is going to make changes. Now, Sentinels, would they get yay? Maybe. Would it work for them? Possibly. Does it work in terms of roles? Not so sure, but they might make some big changes over the winter period where all the roster changes will be going down, or even, to be fair, it's going to be autumn, right, or fall in a couple of months' time after the World Championship. 100 Thieves, though, is maybe more likely, because if you're 100 Thieves, what are you going to do if they bomb out of the tournament, right? Asuna might stay, Bang might stay, and maybe Cryo would stay as well. I still think he's got more potential maybe than he's shown a fair bit of this season. The start of the season he was pretty underwhelming, then recently he got a bit better, but still, maybe yay at 100 Thieves is possible. Now, we know that 100 Thieves haven't been doing great in many esports lately around the world, to be honest. In all the esports that they compete in, they have been cutting budget a bit as well, so maybe that's not so possible, but I think yay will take any salary at this point just to play for a tier 1 team, so that's a possibility. Very much looking forward to that series, right? And yeah, to see these two guys going at it in some respect, Nature and Tarek, will be very entertaining, and we're only a few days away from this becoming a reality. So very much intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.